Here's your WNEM TV5 News Update.
Good Monday morning, everyone. I'm Lauren Piesco. Here's a look at the top stories we're following today. Negotiations are set to resume today between Henry Ford Health and Teamsters Local 332 in Grambling Township. The nurses' strike at Henry Ford Genesis Hospital is now entering its 7th week, with the hospital offering wage increases up to 8.6%, along with annual increases and something called shared governance. However, the union says it still falls short of its prior contract under Ascension. The nurses have been on strike since Labor Day. The Saginaw City Council meets tonight. Council members will vote on whether to approve a $20,000 grant agreement with the Conservation Fund to restore the historic Saginaw County Fairgrounds main gate. The council also plans to vote on a budget adjustment. That meeting starts at 6:30 at the Anderson Enrichment Center. And the Bay City Commission also meeting tonight. Commissioners will go over plans to replace a boiler at Fire Station Number 1 and talk about establishing a permanent polling location for the city's 1st ward on Washington Avenue. Commissioner Benjamin Tenney is also proposing a resolution calling on the state legislature to regulate kratom supplements. We'll have more details. Now here's meteorologist Matthew Mondro with a quick check of your Monday forecast.
Thank you, Lauren. For this Monday, we are tracking a pretty quiet day with mostly sunny skies. Highs up to about 59 to 60 for this afternoon, too. But even though we do have the dry day today, we will have more rain returning in the middle of tonight. Pretty much right after midnight, cold front moving through, bringing this rainfall for us. And it should be a pretty steady rain even into early Tuesday morning. But after sunrise on Tuesday, we should dry out up until about lunch. But then we have more scattered rain that returns again as we go into the afternoon and the evening on Tuesday. And in fact, more of those scattered showers also just carry into Wednesday as well. By Wednesday evening, we're expecting about 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch of rain collectively here. So still a decent amount of measurable rainfall, but just not quite as much rain as we saw over the weekend. First Alert 7-day forecast does have more 50s throughout this week. In fact, low 50s Wednesday through Friday. We're back to the mid 50s for the upcoming weekend. But overall, these temperatures that we have ahead are much more typical for this time of year.
Remember to tune into WNEM TV5 on air and online 24/7 for the latest news, weather, and information.